Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Dr. Syed the first caliph of the Shanzoe system. This video is about the ranking system of Shanzoe. So what are the ranks in Shanzoe, how to achieve those ranks, and how long can it take to achieve the ranks. So first of all, the Shanzoe does not have a long ranking system like the 9 or 10 belts to achieve black belt, and then after black belt like 12 or 13 belts, or like ninjutsu, like 21 belts after a black belt in ninjutsu. It's not like that. Shanzoe has a very small ranking system. So ranking system starts with the red belt. Of course, like I said in the previous video, that Yusuf Yusuf cannot agree with the idea that white belt is the absolute beginner. He used to think that everyone can defend themselves. They have some manly skills. They have some self-preservation skills as a human. So that should be recognized as well. So he used to think that everyone should start with some kind of belt, and red was his choice. So the red belt was the beginning. Since then, so the same we kept even after improvising the Shanzoe. We kept it the same. The concept should be the same. So that's what the thing in the ranking concept that we kept as it was. So the first belt is red, of course. So when you come in, when you start, and the red belt is what you get in the first one. So most of the time, like the people with other martial arts, the people from other martial arts, they get confused that. How come the student came in and within 15 days he became the red belt, and in our styles red belt takes like a year or something like that. So red belt is in other styles is like a 5th or 6th belt or some 3rd or 4th belt, but in Shanzoe red is absolute beginner. So that's the main difference. Then after red belt, when you have like trained for 6 months or so, like Shanzoe is supposed to be a short course, not a long course. So it has to be rigorous. It has to be short. It has to be more workout per day, and more learning per day, and less time span for the whole course. So if you're learning like 6 months, so you learn the basic punches, basic footworks, and the basic, very basic kicks, and tactics. The basic thing is tactics. How to use those punches, how to use those hand attacks, all the hand attacks like elbows, back fist attacks, and open hand strikes, and all those things in a street fight, and how to apply them, how to defend them, defend those all those strikes and everything. And same goes with the kicks, the very basic kicks, and how to apply them in street fight, how you can use them to defend yourself in the situations, in different situations, and then how you can defend yourself from one single opponent and multiple opponents. So when you have learned for the 6 months, and when you're proficient with all those techniques, you'll have to appear for the test. And after the test, you'll be given half black belt, that is half red and half black. That's a paneled belt you'll get. So the first upper part will be red, and the lower part will be black. Many people make a mistake and use it as the taekwondo half black belt. The taekwondo half black belt is half black on the upper side and half red on the lower side. But in Shanzoe, it's opposite. The half black goes on the lower panel, and the black goes on the lower panel, and the red goes on the upper panel. So the half black belt is literally halfway to the black belt. So after that, if you have you learn the higher kicks and higher tactics and jumping kicks, some of the fancy stuff which is exactly not applicable in the street fight, or maybe applicable if you get the chance or something, but that's all for the demonstrational purposes, and being proficient and being efficient, being professional. All those things you learn from half black to the black belt, and after 9 months or an year after that, you will get a black belt. You have to appear for the test, and if you perform good, you'll get the black belt. Now, most of the martial arts, like black belt, is just a step after which you'll become the professional, and you have to achieve more ranks, like the 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd dan, 4th dan, 5th dan, and then dan, duan, whatever you call it. So in Shanzoe, there are ranks after black, but it's not the student ranks anymore. It's like the master ranks now. So after black belt, if you have after black belt, it is compulsory for you to start training other people's or you'll not move anywhere. You'll stay on the black belt. And as per the Shanzoe rules that we have made, if you're not practicing Shanzoe for more than 6 months, if you're not teaching, or if you're not training, if you're not appearing in any of the seminar or any of the professional Shanzoe meetings or so, your rank will be decreased by 1. That means if you are black belt and if you are not active for 6 months, you'll go to half black back, and then if you are not doing anything, even then after 6 months you'll go to red, that you are on the beginning, and then you have to like appear for the rank refreshment examination again and prove yourself that you are still having the same thing, and then you have to achieve. This thing does not go constant unless you become the golden belt. Once you achieve the golden belt, your rank will not go down. So black belts, like the red belts, are called the novice or the beginners, and then the half black are called the seniors. Sorry, the half blacks are called juniors. Beginners, juniors, and then the black belts are called seniors. And then the gold, and then the silver belt. This to achieve silver belt. When you teach, when you gain your black belt, you have to start teaching. And when you teach, and you teach at least 5 half black or 2 black belts, 5 half blacks or 2 black belts, or like 2 black belts and half blacks. So at least 5 half blacks or at least 2 black belts. When you train people and they achieve 5 of them achieves the half black or 2 of them achieves the black belt, you will be given a silver belt. There is no test for it. It's not examination. It's not rank. It's a recognition that you will get for the work that you are doing, and then you will be the silver grade will be a master. From senior you will become a master, and then after silver, and if you keep continuing the same thing, you have to keep continuing the same thing. Like if you are not teaching again, if you're inactive, or if you lack the number of students, like you have trained them, you have made them black belts, and they are going back, it is your duty as an instructor to keep them on track, keep them on line, and teach others and increase the number of rank achievers in your team. So you have to keep teaching people, and you have to keep making more black belts. So when 2 of your students achieve silver belt, you will gain the golden belt. Or 7 of your students achieve black belt. Either 2 are achieving silver belt or 7 are achieving black belt. You will go to the golden belt. Now, after going to the golden belt, for 2 years in the beginning, your rank will not be constant. It can go down. You can go back to the silver if you are not constant. After 2 years, or if 5 of your students achieve the silver belt, your golden becomes constant. If they go back or if they improve forward, it doesn't matter. You'll stay on the golden. But you at least have to have 5 silver belts, or you have to be a golden belt, maintain the golden belt status for 2 years to be a constant golden belt. Then that is the highest rank possible, in theory. But after that there are 2 ranks, and those ranks are like not the practical, and they are not for achieving. There is one called the nominee for the successor, and the other is the caliph belt. Like the highest rank is the camouflage belt, that is called caliph. As per the Persian tradition, caliph was the highest person of the society. So that's how the caliph came into the Shanzoe ranking system. So the person with the camouflage belt will be called caliph, and there can only be one caliph at that time, because all Shanzoe students, all Shanzoe practitioners are the family. It's not like different associations, different belt rankings, different people. There can only be one caliph, and all the associations should have to be under him, and he should lead all the association, which is my rank as of now. So the caliph is the person who has to take care of the whole Shanzoe. So after golden belt, if you are worthwhile, if you have proven yourself worthy of it, you'll be chosen for the successor of the camouflage belt. That is, if the caliph resigns, or if in case of the caliph's demise, the chosen one will become the caliph. So the chosen one will have the golden belt with a star on it, with a black star on it. The golden belt with a black star on it. He will be called the wali. As per the Persian, the wali is the successor. So after golden belt, first red belt is beginner, then half black junior, black belt senior, silver belt master, golden belt higher master, and golden with star is a successor or wali, and then the camouflage belt, that is the caliph. In other stars it can be the grandmaster or something, but in Shanzoe we call caliph. You can call it a grandmaster or anything. So until golden belt everyone can achieve, but achieving the golden with star and the camouflage belt is totally depends on your service and how good are you in the eyes of the caliph. So caliph or khalifa or the grandmaster, whatever you want to call it. So that is the ranking system of Shanzoe. Next we'll talk about the concepts of Shanzoe. So thank you for your patience, and look for the next video for the basic concepts of Shanzoe. Thank you.